Hello and welcome, this is Mr. Icarus and welcome back to Doom Mod Madness. In this episode we're continuing with the Nuts trilogy. Yes, that's right, there were another 2 maps made. One map just wasn't enough. So here we are in Nuts 2 and things are ever so slightly different. We start off with a chainsaw for one, and these guys here, they don't look kind of normal, do they? But you're encouraged to hack your way to victory, so what happens? Well, obviously, that's just a cardboard cutout, and I've just set off every bloody monster on the map, so, yeah. I'm thinking that whoever decided the theme for Nuts 2, it was around the theme of trolling. So anyway, if we're not meant to do that, what are we meant to do? Well, obviously, there's a door in the back. Let's go through here. We've got a few power-ups. Oh, wait, no! They're not power-ups. They are, in fact, chain gunners in disguise. Who would have thunk? So now I'm thinking, what else have they screwed up in Nuts 2 just to piss me off? So, oh, look, a BFG 9000. No, fuck you, it's a shotgun. And I'm not kidding either. If I let off a round here right now, I'm going to set off most of the demons in this arena, and I'm going to be hideously under firepowered. That one around the corner just there is actually a BFG 9000, but now I've got that much uncertainty about what I've picked up that, if you were playing this the first time round, you wouldn't be picking it up. Risk reward and all that crap. In fact, we've got these switches instead, which will crush a few Revenants and Barons. And we've got another one on the opposite side. I'm just going to clear them out before I get mowing. I always feel a bit apprehensive about getting too close to the back of these guys. I figure they're all triggered by sound rather than proximity. But anyway, here we go. Now, thankfully, the one constant here is the God Mode orbs still act like God Mode orbs, so you shouldn't have any trouble picking these guys up and screwing around, but I'm going to head round to the other side again. Let's see them go squish. There's a few of them getting pancaked down the back there, and I'm already getting significant slowdown. Oh, damn. When all these guys get going, it's going to be hell again. We're going to get down to single-figure frame rate. I guarantee it. But let's go for the BFG 9000. The real one, that is. I feel like actually proving my point that this was, in fact, a shotgun. So, here we go. Yep, shotgun. And now, BFG. Thankfully, this needs to be done. And thankfully, I timed it just right for those big squishy things coming down. Oh wait, this one's coming down as well. I best duck out of here. Everything is fine. And I forgot that was actually a chain gunner in disguise. Cool, everything is going fine. But I would actually say that this Nuts 2 is actually easier than the original Nuts. And that's a lofty claim, I know, but bear with me. If I do this right, we should be at the end quicker than you can imagine. So I'm going to try and loop back around here before I take too many projectiles to the face, because I want to pick up another God Mode orb before I bite the dust. Man, that is a lot of death. Okay, we're trying to keep ahead of the fire. One more hit and I'm pretty much dead here, but let's get God Mode. Oh yeah! Let's charge through the melee. Let off another BFG round. These mini masterminds are taking care of business. And we're going to head for the old reliable switch. The layout is pretty much the same, it's just a few little bits that have been tweaked. And here we are. The old familiar grounds full of cyber demons and fully fledged spider masterminds and bloody archvilles. Oh shit, I nearly got knocked off the edge there by Revenant fire. Anyway, we're going to wait for this to wear down. This is in fact an actual proper orb, so we can pick that up, everything is fine. And now, I'm going to try and do my party trick. And this involves setting everything off in this particular arena and getting to that switch before my God Mode wears out. So, screw it! Let's do this! And we've got Archville Fire and it's going to catapult us across the map. It's such an ass-backwards way of doing this. And we're right by the switch. And that's not the end of the map. Only one more room to go, god damn it. And we're going to make a rush for it. You see the opening happening down there. We're going to try and reach it before we run out of God Mode. It's the only thing we can really do. Just let all this infighting happen. Just ignore it. If you feel like going out in a blaze of glory, be my guest. But it's much easier just to let them do their thing. You hear that? That absolute commotion going on in the back. And then you end up in this. Which is fairly foreboding, because as anyone who plays Doom will know, if you reach a room full of ammo and heavy weaponry, it usually means that you're about to face something that's going to be an absolute colossal pain in the ass, and, well, the sign says it all, doesn't it? Let's do this. I am ready for anything. And those are some big-ass walls. My body is ready. But at this point, you're probably thinking, what could it possibly be? This sequel has been so intent on screwing around with my expectations so far, it's gonna have to be something stupid. Because if there were two words I would use to describe Nuts 2, and especially Nuts 3, it would be utterly and retarded. Because look at this. A few imps, a few zombie soldiers, an invisible Pinky. This is so goddamn dumb. But then again, anyone that picks this up expecting a serious map obviously doesn't have the right frame of mind here. But it's just the fact that this is such a huge space that could obviously have been filled with all sorts of stuff. I don't know if there's a monster limit when you create these maps, but maybe you had to spread out those 10,000 monsters around the place a little bit just for it to make sense. Now, this looks kind of sinister. You know, all these dead Marines around here. We've got the Doom God trophy. Oh, jeez. Am I gonna get trolled again? Oh, no! No! We've got a procession of admiring Doom guys. Oh yeah, I am the man! And you know what, just for giggles... so long, Doom God. For giggles, I did shoot them, and it turns out that it hurts you, because they are you and you are they. This is getting really metaphysical really fast, isn't it? Anyway, we're gonna go off the edge, and I don't think I've ever shown you what happens when you finish a Nuts map. You just get kicked out into Doom 2. How anticlimactic is that? Anyway, we're going to switch over to Nuts 3 and find out just how deep this rabbit hole goes. In fact, I'm just going to kill these guys first. Okay, let's do this. Welcome to Nuts 3 and, oh, Jesus. As you can tell, things are ever so slightly different. But the core concept remains the same. Hundreds of thousands of monsters. I'm sure there's more than 100,000 monsters kicking around here. This is 360 degrees of pure liquid death. And whereas Nuts 2 had a bit more of a focus on trolling the player and deceiving the player, this one just says, straight out, fuck the player. We want him to die. Most assuredly. And I will die. I can guarantee you that. I don't think I've managed to successfully get through this map without the aid of cheats. And I'm not ashamed to admit that, because I'm about to show you what happens if you try to follow this map's logic. I'm supposed to drop down here and, yeah, sneak around the back of these imps. This, believe it or not, is a BFG 9000. Just really weirdly redesigned. And apparently it's got like a spherical effect, so it'll do things behind you as well as in front of you in a certain radius. It's really weird. It's a really weird modification. And you're probably thinking, alright, there's the God Mode orb. I could probably fit through the middle of these guys and grab it before they start hurling fireballs at me. But you can't. The gap isn't player wide enough, believe it or not. So we're just gonna have to stare at these imp butts for a little while we think. So, what have we learned from Nuts? If we fire a weapon, it will trigger every single enemy on this map. So, let's see what happens, shall we? Let's see what happens if we try and follow the logic and get that God Mode before these imps get us. Oh my god! So, yes, we have successfully gotten the God Mode orb, but we are now down to, I think this is less than 1 frame per second. I'm trying to carve through these guys with the BFG here. You'll occasionally see it go off. This is retarded. How in the hell is anyone supposed to have a computer that's gonna put up with this shit? But yeah, I'm fully expecting to die. In fact, I'm probably just gonna restart the map because there isn't this is the most pure vision of hell you are ever gonna get from a video game. This right here is what awaits you if you're a naughty boy or girl. We like to be gender inclusive here. Ah, Jesus, this is a mess. And we're dead. Yeah, we're dead. That was expected. So, we have learned that the straightforward method that the creator of this map probably wanted you to follow is not going to work. So, I've got my own little recipe. We're going to see how far we can get without using cheats, I might add. I'm just going to see how far I can get with this. But we're going to make it a rush. We're going to surf over the heads of these guys. We're going to try and make it to a teleporter that's on the other side, which will give us access to a few goodies. So, screw it. Geronimo! I can just hear them all triggering behind me. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no, we got trapped. We got trapped. Crap. It went so wrong. Okay, let's try that again. One more try. We've had a few dry runs. We should be able to do this now. We're all good. And this method, believe it or not, only triggers a small amount of the monsters that are on the map here. And when I say a small amount, let me just illustrate what I mean. You see that seething mass down there? That's a small amount. Welcome to the Star Temple. Rest your weary head. Yeah, basically this is a little bit of a sanctuary, a place for you to get a breather. And as you can see, there's a few useful things up here. So we're gonna get a little bit more health. We're also going to grab the over armor. Yeah. Health and armor up to 200%. We've also got the invisibility orbs, which is greatly useful. And we're going to have to plan out our next batch of moves. So while those guys are... Oh, Jesus Christ, that is an orgy of death and destruction. That is so many revenants. But we're basically going to have to hit all of the star pads in order to progress. So we're going to have to use this God Mode orb. We're going to have to cross our fingers and hope that we can get through this with a minimal amount of fuckery. So, okay, let's find the star pads. This is one that we haven't triggered. There'll be some goodies in here. We're currently kind of invisible, but monsters can still essentially figure out where you are. And we're going to try and surf our way to the other pads. Let's see if we can do this. I'm stuck behind a few barons. Now, the trouble with this is, as soon as I get around the other side, I'm going to start triggering more mobs, and they're going to just go hell for leather on my ass. Look at this, they're already... Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm already down to 2 FPS. I'm trying to get through these guys to the other pad. It's just not happening. It's just not happening. Oh, we're nearly there, we're nearly there. We could maybe do this. The chain gunners usually just completely kick my ass at this point. Oh man, we're making it! At 2 frames a second, we're making it! There is another power up here, we've got extra health, we're good. We're good. We've got 2 more pads to go, we've got to avoid these pinkies. Is it 2 more pads or 3? It's 2. It's 2 more pads. So the frame rate is easing up a bit, that means more monsters are dying. That essentially means that the massacre is ongoing in the scrum in the middle. We've got this other pad, cool! Need to pick up the plasma gun, come on! This will be our ticket to ride. We're going to have to use this to punch a hole through the other side and get through to the other pad. Oh man, I'm doing so well here. I never expected to get this far. This is a really good run. I'm glad I'm recording this for just sheer bragging rights. But we've got 2 more pads, I think. We've got this pad to trigger, which will hopefully give us another invisibility orb. Come on, come on. Yeah! So we're now invisible. With this final pad right here. All good. Oh shit, I'm nearly dead. Gonna have to get up the teleporter. We're gonna refuel. Got full health again, which is awesome. We've also got full ammo for our plasma gun, and I'm just trying to figure out what side we need to teleport into in order to progress. So, cool. Oh shit! I forgot about the cyber demons. Right, we're gonna get out of this. We're gonna get out of this. And, oh... Damn, this map is just one giant fuck you. Right, let's do this, let's do this. No, come on! We're so close. We're so close. So, I went through the wrong teleporter. Basically, there's one of 2 choices. You can usually go through one side or the other, and I just need to hit these switches. I honestly didn't know that these were things you could pull for the longest time, these switches, so, we've also got a few Archvilles up the top. Just when you thought things couldn't get any worse, there's Archvilles. We're going to try and avoid some cyber demon fire here. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let me go. Let me go. No. That is the furthest I have ever been, because basically after this, that little lift takes you up to the top. You flick a few more switches and avoid a few Archvilles and essentially finish the map. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to IDDQD this, we've got God mode enabled, which means we can just screw around, tell all these guys they gotta fuck themselves, and we'll essentially break the map just to show you what happens when you get to the end. So we'll get up here, press a few buttons. I did not need to pick up that orb. Fuck it, who cares? But what you can do with God mode, I'm sure this might be a shortcut in the regular game as well, if you manage to do it quick enough, but if you get up to where the Revenants are with God mode enabled, you can use the flames to propel you over the top of the stage, which I'm pretty sure wasn't the intended way of completing this map. Ah, screw it. I faffed it up. We're just going to go out in a blaze of glory. Look at all that. That is what awaits you when you're not looking. Oh, I love it. It's insane. It's so stupid. And, oh man. That's a little glitchy. We were obviously not meant to get up to this point with God mode enabled. So screw it. This is Nuts 3. That is, what is that? A third of the activatable monsters currently slugging it out. Screw it. Let's charge into the middle. Oh no, I'm stuck. No, I'm okay. Let's charge into the middle. Leroy Jenkins! God, that is a lot of skeletons. Gonna disable God mode. We're gonna have an honorable death. As honorable as it can be in Nuts. Let's try and take out as many of the bastards as we can. Say hello to 1 frame rate. Oh yeah! And that is how you go out with style. This has been the Nuts Trilogy. Once again, the link is in the description below. If you've had the pleasure of playing Nuts, feel free to share your stories in the comments below. I'm always happy to hear your stupid Doom stories, because I have a few myself. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you're not already. This has been Mr. Icarus. Icarus out.